Today, I'm fixing every team's biggest weakness. Starting off in Washington, their weakness is winning basketball games. So I gave them one of the greatest winners ever. You have no idea! Tim Duncan. The Warriors' weakness right now is that Jimmy Butler injury, but every team has been given the gift of a healthy roster. So the other issue the Dubs are facing is the whole Kuminga drama. I've erased that drama and made him a real solid player at an 86 overall. If the Blazers want to jump into championship contention, they need that 1A superstar. So I put Dame back in his prime. The T-Wolves need a PG bad, and who better than Teague time? Prime Jeffrey Teague. The Thunder don't really have any weaknesses. I made Chet a little bit better. I think Booker could use a low maintenance, good defensive superstar alongside him. Or maybe not star, but star player. Prime Cash Money Chris seemed like a good fit for the Suns. The Spurs don't really have any weaknesses, but I want to see Champagny rain down some more threes, so I gave him an upgrade to 85 overall. The Rockets need a PG bad. I gave him young Lonzo before the BBL knee surgery. He can shoot, he can pass, he can defend. Seems like a good fit to me. I always like Marc Gasol on the Raptors, and they need some help at center, so there you go. The Pistons have been very good, and I wanted to add to their defensive identity, so I gave them Dennis the Worm Rodman. Not prime edition, but a solid 86 overall. And my biggest weakness is getting you to subscribe to the channel. I keep begging for subscribers and it just doesn't happen. So if y'all want to help me face that weakness, click the button. On the road to 600K this year. Also like the video. All that stuff helps the channel out. The Pels, their weakness is, again, winning basketball games. So I gave them a guy who can raise the floor for their squad. Chris Paul. He'll win you some regular season games. The Pacers need a center bad. So I brought Jermaine O'Neal back to the squad. The Nuggets are a really good team. But if P. Watt could keep up the play that he's been, keep up the level of play that he's been at lately, oh man, they'd be even better. So I upgraded P. Watt to an 86. Yeah, the Nets are trash. I gave him prime Braun. The Mavs' biggest weakness is really health. But outside of that, some more shooting couldn't hurt. So I gave him a young Clay the Stallion, 88 overall. The Magic need an upgrade at center. How about prime ATL Hawks Al Horford? Can shoot the three, knock down a mid-range for you, play defense. The Lakers need more athletes. Guys who are going to give effort on the defensive end. So I made Bronny James better, but he's no longer Bronny James. He's now LeBron James 2, because he's actually good at basketball. 87 overall. The Knicks have really been struggling lately, and the major issue is they gave up all those picks for Mikal Bridges. They probably could have had Giannis right now if they hadn't gave up all those picks. So I made Mikal Bridges actually worth the picks. Upped him to a 90 overall. The Kings need a miracle. How about 99 overall Magic Man? Jazz are trash. Prime Kobe. Hornets are trash. Prime Kareem. I think the Heat would love if Bam was the man in Miami, so I upped him to a 95. The Hawks' weakness is CJ McCollum. They can't win with him, so I upgraded him to a 90, so hopefully he can actually help them. The Grizzlies need Ja and Jaren to be better, so I boosted up both their overalls. The Clips are missing Norman Powell. They thought Brad Beal would be the replacement. He wasn't, so I upped Bradley Beal to an 86 so he can replicate some of NPZ's production. Celtics need a center, so I gave him old Patrick Ewing. Cavs need Darius Garland to be Darius Garland again, so I made him Darius Garland again. It felt right. Rose recently got his jersey retired literally last night by Chicago, so I was like, yeah, let's give him prime Rose. I don't know what weakness this addresses, but it's Derrick Rose, okay? Giannis needs some major help, so I made his brother T-Nasty real good, 88 overall. And I think the Sixers could be even better if the Edge was able to consistently play at a star level, so I upgraded him to an 88. All right, there you go. That's the roster breakdown. That's enough talking, man. Let's jump into the simulation. Season is wrapped. Victor Wembanyama wins MVP, 27, 12, and 5 with 1.5 steals and 3 blocks. The whole league's biggest weakness is trying to figure out how to stop this big dude, huh? The Edge, Rookie of the Year, 22 a night. Yeah, no kidding. Boosted up his overall. He was going to have a good rookie season. DeJounte got bumped to the bench with CP3 in New Orleans. Wemby, DPOY. P. Watt, there you go. Most improved. Average 21 21 a night with 6 rebounds. I wonder how Bronny did over in LA. Mikey B, coach of the year, 63 wins for the Knicks. All NBA first team. You got Wemby, Joker, Cade. There's Prime Bron in Brooklyn and Luka the Don. Second team, the Magic Man. We'll see how he was able to help out Sacramento. Kareem doing skyhooks in Charlotte. Giannis, Ja, and yeah, there you go. Bam, 25 and 12. This is the type of season the Heat have been waiting for. Out of Bam. Did that say? Okay, sure. Shea and Kuminga averaged a Curry ball? As an 86, he averaged 30. And then you got Kobe and Dame, who are both getting over 30 a night as well. The Warriors were the 1 seed. Oh, they're going to swear. Kuminga, 30 a night. What? Second seed was the Wolves. Jeffrey Teague, 15 and 7. We love it, Jeff. 3 seed, yeah, Dallas. Prime Clay the Stallion pouring in 23 a night. Hey, look, Chris Paul got the Pels to the play-in. Man, Zoe didn't help the Rockets as much as I thought. Lakers were sad. What happened, LeBron, too? 17 a night from Bronny. It wasn't enough. Grizz still sucked. The Magic Man, I think the play-in. Yeah. Out east, Knicks were the 1 seed. I mean, yeah. Bridges got a nice little boost. Nets were the 2 seed. Bron and MPJ. Bron and Mike teamed up. You knew it was going to be something scary. Pistons only won 46 with Rodman. Dang, Rodman. 9 rebounds. What happened? Pacers missed playoffs. Oh, the Bucks missed it with T Nasty getting an upgrade. Dang, the Sixers were the worst team in the league. Cavs only won 42 with DG getting the upgrade. Hawks were still trash, even though C-Mac averaged 25. Hey, Tim Duncan got the Wizards to the play-in, so that's a huge win. D-Rose got the Bulls in the play-in as well. Okay, so we'll see how these play-in games go, who all makes the playoffs. Charlotte and Washington made it, as did the Pels. Surprised that the Nuggets were the 8th seed in the play-in, but we ball, I guess. We're going to go ahead, simulate through round 1. If we get any close series, any game 7 action, of course, we're going to tune in. Okay, so the Dubs take care of Denver in 6. Thunder do the same to the Clips. Mavs do the same to the Spurs, leaving us with a game 7 between Minnesota and the T-Wolves. And then out east, we got 2 sweeps. Celtics sweep the Cavs, Knicks sweep the Wizards, and we got a game 7 between Detroit and Atlanta. Bron and MPJ take care of Kareem and the Hornets in 6. Okay, so 2 game 7s. Don't mind if I do. Hawks Pistons is our first one here. CJ McCollum with his upgrade versus Dennis Rodman joining the Pistons. Early on, Hawks get off to a good start. Pistons gonna fight back a little bit late. Looks like this could be a close game. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. 2-point ball game, 2:07 to go. Game 7. It's really surprising to see the Pistons having this much trouble. I'll be honest. I thought maybe giving them Rodman was too much, and I didn't give them the best version of Rodman, but I was like, maybe this is too much. Apparently it wasn't, because the Hawks are really hanging around with them as Jalen Johnson has the ball. He's defended by Beef Stew. No Rodman right now for the Pistons, as he will be subbing in shortly. He's not fouled out or anything. Jalen Johnson gets the ball off the handoff. He's going to drive to the rim, lay in. It's good through the contact. You could argue that should have been a foul, but a tough finish nonetheless from Double J. I think that nickname will catch on. Double J for Jalen Johnson. Yeah, pretty cool. Asar Thompson is inbounding. Thompson going to get it into Cade Cunningham. Cade defended by CJ. There's a Duren screen. Duren rolls. Cade's going to attack McCollum, backing him down. Lay-in is off. So CJ, with his overall boost, maybe the defense went up a little bit. He's able to get a stop there on the tall PG, Cade Cunningham. Z-Rizzy will swing it to CJ right to the rim for the finish. Okay. Yeah. CJ McCollum raising the roof. He's hyped. Cade Cunningham with the ball. Minute and a half to go. Cunningham will spin. Cade looking to get to the basket here on CJ. Swings it out to Dennis Rodman. Rodman just checked in. Throws it down to Ivy. Ivy's floater is good. Nice pass from Dennis Rodman. Both teams shooting the exact same from the field. I feel like that's pretty rare to see, huh? CJ McCollum with it. He's defended by Cade. Cade gonna stay with him all the way to the basket. It'll go out to Jalen Johnson. Johnson gets the 0-0 screen, fires the 3, and it's good. Jalen Johnson, a big-time shot. He's got 12 points here in the 4th quarter, 21 total on the night. So really has come alive down the stretch as Cade gets downhill. Layup is good. Cunningham will go right back at the Atlanta Hawks. He's living in the paint in this game. Got 20 of his 35 in the paint. McCollum with the ball. CJ defended well by Cunningham. Cunningham, a two-way player, can defend and, of course, can get you a bucket. Jalen Johnson will get the Okongwu screen. Johnson down to Okongwu. He'll slam it home. Jalen Johnson looking like an absolute superstar right now. Ivy has the ball. Less than 30 seconds left. Pistons will call timeout. So Detroit's in an interesting spot. They're down by 3. Do they go for a 3? Try to tie this thing up? Do they go for 2? I guess we're about to find find out here. Asar Thompson will inbound. Thompson gets it into Cade. Cunningham driving layup, so they're going to go quick too. Cade gets it within 27 seconds to go. Jalen Johnson into Dyson Daniels, and he's fouled, but Hawks not in the bonus just yet. I was going to say the Pistons would probably be happy to send Dyson Daniels to the free throw line. Jalen Johnson gets it into CJ, and McCollum is fouled here. McCollum should knock these down. And you know what, CJ? I do have some gripes with you, man. You negotiated this whole new CBA situation, bro, and now we don't see any trade. About 11 days until the trade deadline, we've seen one trade. It was the Trae Young deal, and you were in it. First free throw from McCollum drops. Second one from CJ is also good. 3-point ball game. Pistons have no timeouts. I feel like you got to go for the 3 ball here. Cunningham with it at the top. He'll get the Jalen Duren screen, and it's an illegal one. Oh, man. Jalen Duren sets an illegal screen. A costly turnover there for the Pistons. I mean, that is a worst case scenario there for sure. And now CJ will go up to the line, probably close this game out. First one from C-Mac. It's game, bro. We don't even need to see anymore. 37 from Cade. Goes to waste as McCollum pours in 29. Risa Shea with 23. Jalen Johnson, 21 and 12. Porzingis with 20. Dang, so everybody was balling out. It was a team effort. They did it by committee over there in Atlanta. Chris Paul versus Jeffrey Teague. Two of the greatest Wake Forest point guards going at it here in Minnesota versus New Orleans. But of course, you've also got the high flyers, Anthony Edwards and Zion Williamson. Pels came in this as a 7 seed out the play-in tournament, and they're battling with the 2-seeded Timberwolves. Looks like they could make this close. Yeah, we got a 3-point game, 2:35 to go. It is Teague time, man. Have y'all seen that story of Jeff Teague? How he didn't want to shoot that floater in Minnesota. He didn't want to shoot the ball at the end of the game because he was nervous, but Jimmy kept throwing him the ball. He makes the floater. The Wolves get to the playoffs. What a crazy career Teague had, man. He'll throw it to Randall. Oh, threw it away nearly. Zion couldn't get his hands on it. Tipped it away, though. Timberwolves will retain possession. Jaden McDaniels inbound in here. McDaniels going to get it into Teague. Teague is defended by Paul. Throws it over to Randall. Now it goes to Ant-Man. Edwards is fouled. A reach-in from Herb Jones. Y'all think the Pels will open up shop and trade a lot of guys at the deadline? They're saying they're not going to. I don't believe it. McDaniels into Julius Randle. Randle defended by Zion. Gets it over to Ant-Man. Ant-Man defended by Murphy III. 7 on the shot clock here. Ant's got to make his move. Trying to get to the rim, but Murphy sliding his feet well. Lay-in is good. Wow, I mean, good defense, better offense. That's the definition. Anthony Edwards having a rough night offensively. 16 points on 29 from the field, but you know Ant. He's a dangerous man in the fourth. He could get it going at any time. Paul will get the screen from DQ. Gets to the signature mid-range, and it's butter. Yeah, Jeff, you got to step up on that one, man, because Chris Paul, he makes those. Edwards with the ball, defended by Murphy III. Ant looking to get to the rim. Lay-in is off. He might have been fouled there, but nothing was called, and he's over there late on the floor. He got back up fast, though. Ball will get down to Big Z on the other end. He misses it. Good contest from Julius Randle. Randle throws it to Jaden McDaniels. Back to JR. Randle finds Edwards. Edwards once again going at Murphy III here. Here comes a Naz Reid screen. Ant-Man turning the corner right to the rim, and that's a slam. You can try to bring the help, but it's too late. Ant puts Minnesota up by 5 here. Just over a minute left. Chris Paul's got to make some winning plays here for the Pelicans. Paul gonna get the screen from Derek Queen. Chris gets to another mid-range. Jeff Teague's getting fried on these picks, man. Somebody's got to send some help. Paul only had 4 points in the first 3 quarters, but has scored 11 here in the final period. Edwards spinning. The hesitation. Trying to get to the rim. Tough lay-in. It's good. I mean, Anthony Edwards just making super tough shots. You can't ask Trey Murphy III to do much more defensively, except for maybe like block him or steal the ball. But Anthony Edwards, to his credit, hooping. Chris Paul gets it off the inbound. A bucket would get it down to a 1-possession game for the Pels, so they're far from out of this. Here's a Queen screen. Paul throws it out to DQ. 3 is off. Derek Queen can't get the 3 to go. Julius Randle runs over Paul, but they call it a foul on Paul. I think that might have been a little bit of a bailout there for Minnesota. Pelicans did have a foul to give there, as both teams are left with a timeout apiece. If you're the Pelicans, you want to speed the Wolves up, make them rush into their offense. So that's a tough pass from Edwards. Teague almost loses it. Teague's doubled, throws it to the corner. McDaniels to Randle. Randle to Edwards. Ant just smartly taking his time, letting the clock run down. Pels are going to need to foul here shortly, or they can just give up a posterizer on Chris Paul. Naz Reid throws it down all over Paul, and that's the ball game. 31 from Randle, 43 and 10 from from Big Z. It wasn't enough. Ant averaged nearly 40 in the first round. Dang. 37 a night. Put up 20 in this one. Ultimately, the Wolves go down. Or no, the Wolves won. My fault. My bad, Minnesota. The Pels went down. Chris Paul, I mean, that just summarizes his playoff experience, getting boomed all over. That sounded crazy. Well, here we go. Second round action. We got New York and Boston, a storied rivalry, a rivalry as old as the association. Our other Eastern matchup is the Nets and the Hawks. Out west, we got the Warriors and Thunder. I can't believe my Warriors are here. And then we got the Mavs and the Timberwolves. Minnesota coming off of a tough 7-game battle against New Orleans. And early on, a lot of our series are 2-0. OKC and the Dubs are 1 apiece, so that's probably the most interesting one thus far. Well, there we go. Everyone ended up kind of making things interesting, except for the Knicks. They're giving belt to the Celtics. But each series is now 2 apiece outside of that one. First one we'll be tuning into is the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Dallas Mavericks. Knicks just swept the Celtics, by the way. Mavs Wolves, game 5. Let's see how things are looking here. 2 fun teams. I mean, the Mavs got prime Klay Thompson, and they got healthy versions of AD and Kyrie, which you could argue is even more valuable. And then the Wolves got Jeff Teague. But Minnesota will win this one. His hand drops 50. Dang! Julius Randle poured in 23. Jeff Teague with 20 and 8 assists. Look at that, the Teague effect. 31 from flag. And Minnesota goes up 3-2, pushing the Mavs to the brink of elimination. Next one, we got Bron and the Nets versus the Hawks with an upgraded CJ McCollum. And the Nets, we've seen the Nets. I don't want to spoil recent videos, but I'm going to spoil recent videos. We've seen the Nets be a surprise team a lot. They'll win this 5th game, 34, 10, and 11 from James. Mike Porter has 20. CJ goes for 25. It ain't enough. Warriors Thunder, game 5. No way my Dubs get this done against the defending champs. I didn't think the little Kuminga upgrade was going to be that crazy. Apparently it was. And I got to see how superstar Kuminga looks at some point in time. I don't know if it'll be this game because it looks like the Warriors kind of got it under wraps here. Yeah, the Warriors got this one under control. Curry goes for 39. So does Kuminga. They combine for 78 points. What? See, if Curry and Kuminga combine for 78 points, I think Kuminga had 10, Curry had 68. No, 39 apiece. They're both pulling their weight. Game 6, Mavs trying to avoid elimination here against Minnesota. Kuminga also recently got injured for the Warriors, which couldn't come at a worse time since they're trying to trade him. He was playing well in the limited opportunities he was getting. Mavs push the series to 7. Flag goes for 31. Klay the Stallion, game 6 Klay, 26 points. And Edwards, 34 points was not enough. Jeff Teague got another game, man, 24 points. Game 6, Nets Hawks. Nets trying to get the Hawks up and out of here. Of course, Atlanta trying to push this thing to a game 7. And Atlanta will do exactly that. So we got a pair of game 7s coming up. Oh my gosh, the Nets almost came back. Was low-key asleep at the wheel there. Nets nearly won it. 23 from McCollum, 30 from Risa Shea. This series will regardless go to that 7th deciding game. Cam Thomas had 27, Bron 24, 10, and 7. Do we get another game 7? 3 elimination game 7s, winner go home would be fire. And the Thunder, they're going to push this series with the Dubs to 7. Although the Warriors almost came back late. 37 from Curry, 31 from Shea, 26 and 15 from Chet. So it all comes down to this 3 game 7 scenarios. I mean, do you believe it? Minnesota playing the Mavs real close here. Yeah, Dallas kind of been in the rear view all game, but they've been sticking around, which is an interesting spot to be in. They just got to capture this lead down the stretch if they want to win it. 2:51 to go. Minnesota up by 4. They're in Minnesota, the Target Center. Oh man, Target, where do I even start? The other day, I went there. I think I had the all intent spending like $12, and I spent over $100, bro. Target is just, they'll get you, bro. Pack of Goodfellow tees here. Just everything. Randall gets it to Jeff Teague. Teague defended by Kyrie, throws it over to Randall. Julius has Najee Marshall looking lost. Threw it away though. Tried to hit Edwards in the corner there. Kyrie gets it to Klay. Thompson has room. He'll take that jumper, but miss it. Davis flies in for the board. It goes to PJ Washington. I don't know why in the world Joe Ingles is in this basketball game. Kyrie gonna rise up over Teague. Good contest from Teague as Edwards pulls down the rebound, and the Minnesota Wolves will go the other way. Ant-Man to Jeff. Jeff gonna jab here. Swings. Ingles thought about the 3, but realized it wasn't 2017 anymore. Teague to Randall. 3 is off. Wow, Randall had a really clean look at it. Greatest shooter to wear 30. You'd think that drops. Thompson to Washington. PJ Washington working on Ingles here. Joe sliding his feet. Good defense from Uncle Joe there. It'll go out to Najee to Klay. Well contested there by Edwards. Edwards, and Randall grab the rebound. Both teams doing a good job defensively so far as Randall hands it off to Teague. Teague to Ingles. Joe Ingles the pass fake. Ingles gets it to Gobert, down to Randall. Randall one-on-one with Thompson. There's some help from Marshall, leaving Edwards wide open, and he gets it to go. Nice little friendly bounce on the home rim as Edwards is up to 39 with 7 here in the fourth. Y'all watched that Mavs-Lakers game last night? That game was fire. Lakers almost blew it, but then came back. Bron took over the fourth. Kyrie Irving with the ball. Brandon Williams was really good for the Mavs too. Irving throws it down to AD. Davis out to Thompson. Now it goes to Irving once again. Kyrie looking to drive on Dante DiVincenzo. 8 on the shot clock. Irving getting absolutely clamped, and did he throw it away? Whose ball? It's Minnesota's ball. A costly mistake there for Irving in Dallas as Minnesota's up 7 and also has possession of the rock here. Julius Randle with it. Randle defended by Anthony Davis as he brings it up the floor, crosses over, swings to DiVincenzo. Now it goes to Jeffrey Teague. Teague gonna swing it over to Ant-Man. Ant defended by the young superstar Cooper Flagg. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards gotta make his move and fast. Swings. DiVincenzo 3 off. Rebounded by Derek Lively. Lively will get it to Kyrie. This is the last chance for the Mavs. Davis up the middle. Lay-in is good. He'll get it to 5. All right, now if you're Dallas, you probably got to go for a steal here. A steal would be absolutely huge. They're going to double the ball in an effort to force Ant into a turnover, but Ant doing a good job with the pressure. Oh, they might get a jump ball. Nope. Ant able to pass it out. It goes to Randall. Now Edwards throws it to the corner. Naz Reid to Teague, and the Wolves have successfully ran a bunch of time off the clock. Clay almost stole it away, but it doesn't matter. Ant heaves up some nonsense. That's the ball game. Minnesota wins it. 39 from Edwards, 25 from Klay Thompson. Yeah, Ant-Man, Game 7 masterclass. Wolves are on to the next. We can only hope that the other Game 7s are close, just like that one. Maybe even a little bit closer, because it felt like the Wolves were kind of in control the whole way through. My goodness, this one's not going to be close. LeBron and the Nets get destroyed by the Hawks. They tried to come back late in the second half as James had 36. CJ McCollum with 47. Nobody else even showed up. He got 11 from Kispert, Risa Shea, and Jalen Johnson. That was it. Oh my goodness. CJ turned up. Props to him. Game 7 CJ. Okay, OKC versus the Golden State Warriors. Game 7. Kuminga has looked like a completely different player here in this postseason because somebody boosted up his overall. But ultimately, it's not going to matter in this 7th game as Curry goes for 46 and Kuminga scores 12. 39 from Shea, 34 and 13 from Chet. And Minnesota will move on to face OKC as the Knicks got the Hawks. It's really crazy the Hawks made it, man. Minnesota and OKC, sure. That's literally the conference finals we saw last year. Wolves got belt from Oklahoma City, but now they got Jeff Teague. Things are different, all right? I was kind of joking, but Minnesota won the first and the second. Knicks and Hawks are 1 apiece right now. Hawks actually go up 2-1 on New York. Hold on. I'm tuned in. Game 4. Can the Hawks go up 3-1 on the Knicks? Because the Knicks are notoriously a pretty tough 2K sim team, and they'll show that here in this Game 4, tying up the series. Oh my goodness. Absolute belt in this one. Beat them by about, carry the one. I'm a college dropout. I'd say about 32 points. 38 and 15 from Towns. 32 from Mikal Bridges. 24 from Brunson. Risa Shea tried with 24. Kispert even had 20, but that was about it. Thunder started off this series down 2-0. Can they tie it up with a Game 4 win? They won the third one. Now they're looking for another one to tie things up. If they go down 3-1, they're probably cooked. You can't go down 3-1 to Teague time. That's the end of your season. 5-point ball game. Thunder holding on to a lead here with 2:44 to go. They got the ball. Oh, Teague's got to guard Shea. Hartenstein will inbound. Ihart gets it into Isaiah Joe. Joe defended by Terrence Shannon. Surprised to see T. Shannon in the game. I remember he had some playoff moments last year for Minnesota. Hartenstein sets the screen. Shea hits the 3L commentary. But bro, if you set a screen on Jeffrey Teague, I think it's just a guaranteed bucket for your PG. Anthony Edwards up the middle, steps it back. He's still going to go up and still going to finish. Putting the Wolves back within 6. Ant-Man hitting the MJ emote. He's up to 21 in 31 minutes. Not his best night by any means as Shea calls timeout for OKC. But yeah, Jeff Teague's been getting fried on defense. I'll be honest with y'all. His defense has looked absolutely terrible. Isaiah Hartenstein will inbound here. Ihart into Shea Gilgeous. Shea gets it to J-Dub. Williams back out to Shea. Gilgeous Alexander now has DiVincenzo on him. They threw Teague on Case and Wallace. Probably a good decision. Shea fakes and finishes. finishes. I mean, that's just so tough. I don't know what you can do there. Thunder up by 8, less than a minute 50 to go. Still a lot of time for Minnesota, but they got to get it going sooner than later. Edwards going to get the screen from Reed. Nas pops out. Edwards looking to go one-on-one here with Dub. Lay-in is off. I thought Ant had the angle to finish that one home, but apparently he didn't. And now the Thunder are feeling pretty good about tying this thing up. Less than a minute and a half, and they're up by 8. Gilgeous-Alexander, the jab. Here comes a Hartenstein screen. Ihart rolls. Rudy tries to poke it away, but Teague couldn't chase it down. Wallace to the rim. Jeff Teague. Minnesota fans, I'm sorry. I tried to help y'all with Jeff Teague, but my goodness, his defense has been atrocious. Wolves down by 10. It would really take a miracle. Edwards working on Dub here, trying to get to the basket. A bunch of precious time has come off the clock, and Ant-Man just dribbling the air out of the basketball here. It goes down to Gobert, and he misses. Ball game. Balled Rudy. Couldn't clutch up. 42 from Shea, 25 from Rudy, 23 from Nas, 22 from Randall. Dang! This power of friendship game. 5 guys, no burgers. Scored 21 plus points. But the Thunder, they have 42 from Shea, 30 from Chet. Do I need to say any more? Both series 2 apiece. Nice. We've had some really close series throughout this one. Sometimes, we'll do these simulations. Stuff won't end up being that close, but today is not one of those days. Close game. 6 points, 7, 8, 6 again. I'll jump in. Minute 32 to go. Atlanta started off this series so well, but since has lost a lot of their momentum. Knicks have the ball. 6-point lead. Mikal Bridges inbounding. We'll get to see a look at this upgraded version of Mikal Bridges too. Brunson gets the screen from Money Mitch. Brunson will get right to a mid-range nowhere to be found as Reese Shea will bring it up. I see CJ, Dyson Daniels, bunch of subs about to come in for Atlanta. Might be too little too late, fellas. Reese Shea gets the screen. Porzingis rolls. Oh, nice pass from Reese Shea. Money Mitch able to recover. Porzingis fakes, gets to the hook and scores. Skilled move from KP for sure. I mean, there's no question. Porzingis is a great talent when he's healthy. The question is, when is he ever healthy these days, man? I hope things get better for Porzingis and his health. Brunson working on Nickeil Alexander-Walker again. This time, Naw playing some much better defense as we've grown accustomed to. Great contest. He'll get the stop. And the Hawks have a chance here. They don't have any timeouts to sub their best guys in, so they're just going to have to rock out with these guys. Reese Shea with it at the top, but the Hawks do have to hurry up if they want to get into their offense. Reese Shea trying to drive on Deuce. It goes out to Johnson. Jalen Johnson gets the screen, turns the corner, swings. Kispert 3. This would be big, and he hits it. Hawks within 3. It's just a shame they took so much time to get to that offense, get to that nice look from Kispert, because now you're in a spot where there's 25 seconds left. Unless you get a steal off the inbound, you're going to have to foul. If you would have got to that shot 10 seconds earlier, it would have been a whole different scenario. Instead, Brunson's headed to the line. First free throw is off. There you go. Brunson throwing y'all a bone here, maybe giving you a chance. Second one, Brunson misses both. Jalen Johnson has Daniels open for the tie. It's off. Dyson Daniels couldn't have asked for a cleaner look there, but he missed it. So it looks like the Knicks are going to somehow escape with this one. Oh, man, the Hawks blew it, though. Hart makes them both, showing his buddy Jalen Brunson how to make those free throws. McCollum to Reese Shea, 3. It's over. Hawks go down 3-2. Brunson goes for 35. Bridges 29. 20 and 10 from Karl Towns. CJ at 24. Wasn't enough. So head back west. Game 5, Minnesota and OKC. It was a similar situation for OKC. They start off down 2-0, have stormed back. This game 5 looks to be really close. I mean, they've literally been trading buckets all game. Games like that are so fun to watch. Oh, but the Thunder might pull away late. Ooh, Wolves got it to 7. I'll tune in. Minute 57 to go. Minnesota's going to have to go on a little run here. Wolves open it up with a really good first quarter, but since then, the Thunder have really turned it up, and that's culminated in a 7-point lead with the OKC having the ball here in the Target Center in Minnesota. Teague trying his luck at defending Shea again. We'll see how this goes. Shea, the hesitation to the rim. Rudy brings the help. Teague will pull down the rebound, and the Timberwolves get a much-needed stop. Ball goes up to McDaniels. McDaniels rises up mid-range. Oh, my goodness. I'd be heated. That thing rolled all the way around before falling out. That was so unlucky. Shea throws it to A.J. Mitchell. Mitchell with 13 on the shot clock here. A.J. going to get it to Shea. Gilgeous-Alexander spins off Teague. There's some help from Randall. It doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to have to send your your whole team at number 2 here. He's got 42 points on a ridiculously efficient 71% from the field. Teague looking for Randall down low. He'll find him. Randall swings. McDaniels 3. They need that, and they don't get it. The Minnesota Timberwolves can't buy a bucket. Look at Anthony Edwards, bro, doing the speed face on the bench. Speaking of faces, bro, please get your face scanned. Nas led the team in scoring with 21. Ant had 16 and fouled out. Shea goes off for 47. Chet 26 and 14. And it sure looks like the Wolves might just blow this series. It feels like the Thunder got all the momentum. Same thing over here out east. Hawks started off so well, but the Knicks have taken over since. They can close it out in 6 and go to the finals, compete for a Larry O.B. That's exactly what they'll do. Reese Shea leads the Hawks with 18. This was a bad night for him. Clarkson, oh man, you know Knicks fans will be hyped off a performance like this. 24 points in 17 minutes off the bench. That's elite. Game 6 out west. Can the Wolves at least show some fight here? Maybe push this thing to 7, because the Hawks, they didn't show any fight. The Wolves, they're trying. They'll make it close, but not close enough. Maybe close enough. It's a 7-point game. A minute 60 to go, according to the genius of 2K. You know, where I'm from, we call that 2 minutes, but sure. T-Wolves in enemy territory. They're in OKC, down by 7. At least they got the basketball. Gonna have to just get stops and buckets and chip away here. Edwards gets the screens, gets to a mid-range. There you go. Way to chip away. It's already down to 5. Ants up to 31 points on the night. That's the type of performance the Wolves are gonna need if they want to have any chance at winning here. Shea with it. He'll attack. DiVincenzo stops, shoots, finishes. Just using that glass to perfection. Shea, 12 points in the 4th quarter. What did J. Cole say? Wrapping up the album, 4th quarter. I'm so money. Anthony Edwards gonna get the screen from Julius Randle here. Randle pops out. Edwards spins. Ant trying to get to the rim here. The hesitation, double team, gets it to DiVincenzo. No Teague right now. Bones Highland's in the game. Dante steps through and finishes. Wolves within 5, minute 17 to go. Teague's at the scores table, as is Nas Reed, and Jaden McDaniels is over there too. AJ Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell gets the Hartenstein screen. You know who they're going to. Number 2 down low. Shea fakes. Somebody might want to bring some help. DiVincenzo trying his best on Shea. Shea taking his sweet time here. Hooks it up, and he missed that one. There you go. You got a chance. Can get it down to a 1-possession game with the bucket here. Edwards looking to drive. Nice pass down to DiVincenzo. Dante misses the lay-in. He really had an opportunity to grab the rebound, but didn't. Here's AJ Mitchell. Threw it away. Bold Rudy able to steal it. Fast break opportunity. Randall slams it home. Not over till it's over. 3-point ball game here in OKC. 1-possession game. Still 35 seconds to go. Now if you're the Wolves, you're just looking for a stop. Heads up defensive play by Rudy, by the way. Shea trying to drive on DiVincenzo. Picks up his dribble. Can't finish. Dante the rebound. Wolves got plenty of time left. Randall with it. They could go quick 2, or they could go for a 3. 3 will tie the game up. 15 seconds left. Julius gonna rise up on Hartenstein and miss it. He blew it. He blew it. Shea Gilgeous will head to the free throw line, and it looks like the Thunder gonna close this out. So we get a Knicks Thunder finals. It's funny too, as Shea misses a free throw. Wolves will call timeout. Maybe they're not done yet. It's funny though. I tried to give teams upgrades based on how bad they were. So a team like the Thunder didn't get much. Wolves got a nice PG, you know, that kind of thing. But like some teams got prime brawn. Edwards catches it off the inbound, jabs. You need a 3, buddy. Almost threw it away. McDaniels fires, misses. Ball game. Thunder going to the finals. But like I said, I tried to give teams upgrades based on how much they needed in my eyes, right? Didn't think the Thunder or Wolves needed too much. That's why the Wolves got Teague. The Thunder just got a little boost to Chet as the defending champ. And yet these are the teams that are performing well. Not the teams that I gave prime brawn. Not Kuminga averaging 30. Like, it's just interesting, isn't it? 33 and 11 from Chet, 23 from Dub, 33 from Shea. So it was the Thunder big 3 showing up to work here. I gotta say though, the Chet upgrade was huge. He averaged 23 and 11 in the regular season, averaging 25 and 12 in the NBA playoffs. So maybe that upgrade was held more weight than I thought. Shea, West MVP, averaged 33, 4 and 7 in the West Finals. Cat, nice little double-double, 21 and 12 in the East Finals to get his New York Knicks into the NBA Final. This is the battle we've been waiting for. OKC and New York going at it here. Game 1, Knicks are gonna win. Mikal Bridges, how's he been doing? Averaging 20. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's probably the version of Mikal you're looking for, the 20 PPG Mikal. That's the guy you traded for. Game 2, Knicks also win. Cat goes for 49 and 10. Brunson has 32 and 10. Shea's 41. Chet's 34 and 10. Wasn't enough. All right, OKC, are y'all about to go down 3-0? Or are you going to show some fight here. No Draymond. Oklahoma City trying. They're going to at least make this one close. This is basically their season right here. They do win it. They run away with 27 and 13 from Chet. 29 from Mikal Bridges wasn't enough. Game 4 on the way. Thunder can tie it up with the dub here. They did this against Minnesota. Started off down 2-0 and stormed back, so it's not out of the realm that they do it again against New York. But it's really going to come down to the final 251 here. Brunson and Shea, two of the most fun players to watch in simulation, I would say. So this should be really fun. I remember somebody commenting that, and I was like, yeah, you're right. Both their animations are just really good, and the way they play in the sim is always fun. Shea gets it off the inbound, defended by Brunson. And the fact that Shea's defended by Brunson, oh, it's crisp. You know Shea's going to get to work here. Gilgeous-Alexander at the top, gives it over to Chet Holmgren. Chet looking to drive here on Hart, rises up and scores, just shoots right over him. Tough bucket from Holmgren. He's up to 26 points. Did y'all see how the minutes changed from 37 to 38? I don't know if I've ever seen that on the ticker. Hart gives it out to Jalen Brunson. Brunson gonna try and go a Shea here, swings it to Mikal Bridges. Bridges back out to Brunson, threw it like right to Brunson with Shea standing there. Anyway, Brunson gets to the rim and he's fouled. Shea and Jalen Brunson, two of the best players at creating or manufacturing talent, however you want to look at it, or not talent, free throws, foul shots. Brunson makes both free throws there. Remember when he missed both against Atlanta? That was wild. 2-point ball game, 2 minutes to go. Shea Gilgeous will walk it across the timeline. There's a Casey Wallace screen. Wallace pops out. Shea's gonna attack. Oh my goodness. Brunson gets broke there. Shea's all smiles doing the little Euro celly. That was tough, bro. That was tough. Jalen Brunson with the ball. Brunson looking to drive here on Shea. Couple shot fakes, steps through, can't finish. Rebounded by Hartenstein. Brunson might have just got his head stepped on there because y'all see in the paint. Anyway, Case and Wallace. Brunson was on the floor. Wallace down to Hartenstein for the slam. It's a 6-point lead, minute and a half to go. Brunson going between the legs, driving to the rim, hop, step, lay. That was tough, bro. Jalen Brunson, real strong despite his short stature. He uses that strength to get into the paint and get buckets. He's got 15 here in the fourth. Half his points. Shea will go right back at him, but missed the lay-in. Went for the slithery finish there. Got right by Brunson, but OG was there on the help. Anunoby with it at the top. Throws it to Brunson. Brunson has the mismatch with Chet defending here. Holmgren gonna have to slide his feet well. Oh, Brunson just gonna take the jumper. It's in and out, no burgers. Dub the rebound. It'll go to Case and Wallace. Wallace looking to drive on Bridges. Throws it down to Chet. Chet right over Josh Hart. They gotta switch that. They gotta send a double. They gotta do something because Chet Holmgren is in beast mode. Balling so hard you think he had the cheat code, man. Knicks down 6 here. Gonna need one from Brunson. Jalen driving to the rim here on Shea. The hesitation. Oh, he got Shea back. He might have got him worse, bro. Had that man Shea doing the nay-nay. And see, this is why I said Brunson and Shea, two of the most fun players to watch in sim. Shea's doubled. Hartenstein will get intentionally fouled. So the Knicks gonna bank on their former center, Ihart, missing some free throws here. First one is good. That's big time, putting the Thunder up by 5. Knicks only have one timeout left, by the way, as Hartenstein gets both to go. Probably a stupid intentional foul there, all things considered, now that he made both. Brunson gonna look to drive to the basket here. I feel like you need a three-pointer, but Brunson's gonna float it in off the window. Now you gotta foul here in a second if you can't get a steal. They're gonna immediately foul, sending Case and Wallace to the line. 30 seconds to go. It sure looks like OKC is gonna tie this series up as Wallace hits the first and the second one is off. Hart the rebound. Knicks do have a timeout. Maybe they want to save that for a little bit later though. Hart gets it to Brunson. Knicks don't have time to be nonchalant and stand around here. They gotta go. Brunson driving on Shea, bumps him, fakes, layup, good again. Both these guys, Brunson and Shea, using a whole lot of glass. Hartenstein into Shea. They're gonna need Gilgeous-Alexander to miss both. Brunson just fouled out too on the intentional foul. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, New York, y'all are cooked. Second free throw from Shea also drops. Thunder up 5. If they hit a 3 here, there might be a chance, but man, Brunson being out hurts because he was pretty much the offense down the stretch. Money Mitchell Robinson into Bridges. Bridges had room from the corner, but was scared to take the shot. He'll get it out to Hart. Oh, Hart not scared. Should have been, though. That was an ugly one. He misses. 33 and 11 from Shea. 36 and 12 from Brunson. A battle of the guards that Shea ultimately prevails in. Game 5 on the way. Series tied at 2 apiece. Knicks got off to a hot start, but have lost all momentum as the Thunder have been fighting hard. Oh, New York trying to get some of that momentum back, though. Win the 5th one in a convincing W. Beat him by 20. Brunson had 42. Shea's 37. Wasn't enough. Chet had 26-10. Game 6, Thunder need this one or they'll be eliminated, and it looks like the Thunder are going to push it to a deciding Game 7 here. Yep, we got a Game 7 on the way. Shea, a Curry ball. Chet, 29-14, 28-10 from Brunson, and it all comes down to this. Game 7, NBA Finals. Knicks gonna run away with it, man. New York wins the title by 21 points. Shout out Tim Duncan. Brunson and Cat combined for 75. Towns with 38. Brunson with 37. Bridges pours in 26. AJ Mitchell tried with 31 for the Thunder. It wasn't enough. Brunson averages 35 with 7 assists, and the Knicks win a championship. There you go, New York. I feel like, again, spoiler alert, but the Knicks have done really well in the recent simulation videos. I just gave them a slight boost to Bridges. That's all they needed. Mikal averaged 21 in the postseason, and they win the Larry O'Brien Trophy. So there you go. I addressed, in my eyes, every team's biggest weakness. I should have prefaced by saying it was my opinion, but, I didn't, so I'll probably get yelled at people about it, by people about it, but oh well, it is what it is. Anyway, every team's biggest weakness, basketball. We love it. Like, subscribe, have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.